Hello student, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will learn self-inductance and mutual inductance. First we will learn a concept of self-inductance and then we will learn concept of mutual inductance. So let's first see what is self-inductance. Self-inductance is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the self coil due to the change in current and hence the change in magnetic flux in the coil. The induced EMF opposes the growth or decay of current in the coil and hence delays the current to acquire the maximum value. So let's understand this by taking example. Consider a coil which is connected to battery and key. So in previous case, when this key is closed, the current start flowing this coil. Okay. So the current start growing in this coil till it attains a steady value. During the growth of this current, the magnetic flux linked with the coil also increases and hence an EMF is induced in this coil. Okay. So this is called back EMF. Now after some time when this key is open, okay, when this key is open, the current in the coil start decreasing till it becomes zero. During this period, the magnetic flux linked with the coil also decreases and hence an EMF is induced in the coil to oppose the decaying main current. I hope this is clear to you. So the self-induction is also called inertia of electricity as it opposes the growth or decay of the current. Now self-induction. We see that when current increases, flux increases, current decreases, flux decreases. So we can write phi is directly proportional to I. Or we can write phi equal to Li, where L is the constant of proportionality and is known as self-inductance or coefficient of self-induction. If we put I equal to 1 and then L equal to phi. So we can write the self-inductance is defined as the magnetic flux linked with the coil when unit current flows through it. We know that E equal to minus d phi over dt. So from this equation and this equation we can write E equal to minus L di over dt. If we put di over dt equal to 1 then L equal to E. So from this we have self-inductance is defined as the induced EMF set up in the coil through which the rate of change of current is unity. Now SI unit of self-inductance is Henry. Self-inductance is said to be 1 Henry when 1 ampere current is in a coil links magnetic flux of 1 Weber. I hope this is clear to you. Self-inductance is said to be 1 Henry when unit rate of change of current induces EMF of 1 volt in the coil. Now let's write derivation for self-inductance of a solenoid. So for this, consider a solenoid of length L, area of cross section A. Okay, consider a solenoid of length L, area of cross section A and having n number of turns. Current I is flowing through this solenoid. Okay. So we know that magnetic field due to solenoid is B equal to mu naught I. Now magnetic flux linked with the across 1 turns of the coil we have phi equal to B into A. So we can write B equal to mu naught I. In this equation we have phi equal to B into A, mu naught NIA, or magnetic flux linked across 1 turns of the coil is mu naught NIA upon L. Okay. Magnetic flux linked across n turns of the coil is mu naught n square Ia upon L. I hope this point is clear to you. But we know that phi equal to L into I. From this equation and this equation, we can write L equal to mu naught n square I upon L. Or we can write mu naught n square L equal to mu naught n square A upon L. Or we can write mu naught n square A into L. Okay, this is the self-inductance of a solenoid. I hope this point is clear to you. Now, energy in a conductor. Energy in a conductor. So, we know that whenever a current in an inductor is switched on, a back EMF is induced in the inductor which opposes the growth of the current. We have already discussed about that. So therefore, the growing current has to work against the back EMF before it attains its final steady value. This work is provided by the battery supplying the current and is stored as magnetic energy around the inductor. Okay. So let I be the current in the inductor L at any instant t. After it starts to grow, so the instantaneous self-induced EMF across in the inductor is, it is equal to minus L di over dt. Okay, equal to minus L di over dt. So the work required to move a charge dq against this EMF is given by small work done dw in stabilizing the current in this coil is in time dt is dw equal to minus ei dt. Okay, we know that work done dw equal to minus e into dq. Okay, so from this it is dq is equal to I into dt. So we can write dw equal to minus ei dt. I hope this is clear to you. So we can write dw equal to li di. From this equal to minus L di over dt. So we can write equal to minus L di over dt. So from this we have dw equal to li di. Okay, li di. Now total work done to build up the current from 0 to steady maximum value I naught is w equal to integration I to I naught li di. We have integration of I is 1 by 2 I square. So we can write 1 by 2 li naught square. I hope this is clear to you. This work is used to establish the magnetic field around the inductor where it is stored as a potential energy. So it is given by half li naught square. I hope this is clear to you. Let's come to mutual inductance. So what is mutual induction? Mutual induction is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the secondary coil due to change in current in the primary coil and hence the change in magnetic flux in the secondary coil. Okay. Mutual induction is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the secondary coil due to change in current in the primary coil and hence the change in magnetic flux in the secondary coil. Okay. So let's understand this by taking example. Consider two coil. We have considered two coil P and S. This is coil P and this is coil S. Coil P is connected to battery and coil S is connected to galvanometer. Okay, this is connected to galvanometer. Coil P is connected to battery and key. Now, These two coils are placed very close to each other. So as the key is closed in P, the galvanometer shows deflection. It is due to mutual induction as explained. So when a key is closed, the current in coil P start growing. Okay. When this key is closed, current start growing in this coil. It causes an increase in magnetic flux in the coil S. In this coil. Okay. Hence EMF is induced in coil S to oppose the growth of the current in coil P. The galvanometer therefore shows a deflection till the current in P becomes steady. And similarly, if the key is open, this key is open, the galvanometer again shows deflection, but in opposite direction. It is due to the decay of the current in the primary, which causes a decrease of magnetic flux through the secondary, and hence an induced current flows in coil S to oppose the decrease of current in coil P. I hope this is clear to you. What is mutual induction? So we can say it is a phenomena due to which an EMF is induced in a coil due to any change in current flowing in a neighboring coil is called mutual induction. So for this, let I1 be the current flowing in coil P at time t, and phi 2 be the magnetic flux, phi 1 2 be the magnetic flux linked with the coil S at the same instant. So we can write phi 2 1 is directly proportional to I. Okay, I1 is current in primary coil P, or phi 2 1 equal to M into I1. Here M is the constant of proportionality and is known as mutual inductance or coefficient of mutual induction. If I1 equal to I, then M equal to phi. So we can say the mutual inductance is defined as the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil when the unit current flows through the primary coil. And also E2 equal to minus d phi 2 over d2. Here EMF induced in coil as due to the change of current in coil P is E2. E2 is minus d phi 2 1 over dt. From this equation and this equation we have E2 equal to minus m di over dt. So if we put di over dt is 1, then m equal to E. So we can write, thus mutual inductance is defined as the induced EMF setup in the secondary coil when the rate of change of current in primary coil is unity. Mutual induction is said to be 1 Henry when the 1 ampere current in the primary coil links magnetic flux of 1 Weber across the secondary coil. Mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry when unit rate of change of current 1 ampere per second in primary coil induces EMF of 1 volt in the secondary coil. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's derive the expression for mutual induction of two long coaxial solenoid. For this, consider a long solenoid P of length L, area of cross section A, and N turns carrying a current I1. Let another solenoid S having number of turns N2 and of same length L is bound so closely over solenoid P that its cross sectional area also A. Okay, and S is connected to galvanometer. So the magnetic field inside the solenoid P is given by B1 equal to mu naught N1 I1. Magnetic flux linked across 1 turns of the secondary solenoid is phi 2 1 per turn is B1 into A. So we can write B mu naught N1 I1 A per turn is mu naught N1 L1 A upon L. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, and small n1 equal to capital N1 upon L. N1 is, small n1 is number of turns per unit length. So we can write mu naught n1 L1 A upon L. So magnetic flux linked across n turns of secondary solenoid is phi 21 equal to mu naught n1 n2 L1 A upon L. Okay, I hope this point is clear to you. Now phi 21 is, we have phi 21 is M21 I1. So from these two equations we can write M21 equal to mu naught N1 N2 A upon L, or we can write mu N1 N2 A into L. Okay. M12 equal to mu naught N1 N2 A upon L equal to mu naught N1 N2 A into L. I hope this point is clear to you. Now, for two long coaxial solenoid of same length and cross-sectional area, the mutual inductance is same and leads to the primary of reciprocity. Okay, so that's how we have found the value of mutual inductance of two long solenoid. Okay, in solenoid P, current I1 is flowing. Due to this current, solenoid galvanometer in solenoid S shows deflection. So the induced EMF in solenoid S is created due to current I1. So flux in solenoid S is B1A equal to mu naught I1A. Magnetic flux across n turns of the secondary coil of secondary solenoid is mu naught N1 N2 L1 A upon L. Okay. So if phi 21 equal to M21 I1, so we can write M21 equal to mu naught N1 N2 A upon L. This is mu naught N1 N2 I1 A upon L. Similarly, M12 equal to mu naught N1 N2 A upon L. So for two long coaxial solenoid of same length and cross-sectional area, the mutual inductance is same and leads to the principle of reciprocity. So we can write M equal to M12 equal to M21. Now we have some additional information. If two long solenoid are bound on a magnetic core of relative permeability, then mu M equal to mu naught mu R N1 N2 A upon L. If solenoid S1 and S2 have number of turns N1 and N2 of different radii, R1 is less than R2, then we can write M equal to mu naught mu R N1 N2 A equal to pi R square. So we can write pi R1 square upon L. Mutual inductance also depends on the relative placement of the solenoid. Coefficient of coupling between two coils having self-inductance L1 and L2 and mutual inductance M. So K equal to M upon under root L1 and L2. Here generally K is less than 1. If two inductance L1 and L2 are in series, then L equal to L1 plus L2. And if two inductance L1 and L2 are in parallel combination, then we can write 1 upon L equal to 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2. So I hope these points are clear to you. Thank you.